Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries. And it's time to do another mission, and if we hop over to the orbital view, we can see there's only one mission to choose from, although I think there is one more mission on this system that we will do once we finish this one up. So it's time for some industrial sabotage is the mission.
This sabotage contract is pretty straightforward. We need to drop their power grid and take out the objective buildings. The Black Cobra mercenaries defending the base have a mix of light and medium mechs in the area. A prolonged engagement could go badly for us. Use discretion in engaging them head-on.
Alright, so as you heard there, light and medium mechs. Let's read the description here. So, industry raid, make a stealthy approach on the industrial facility and destroy the objective buildings. Intelligence reports that a company of Burr's Black Cobra mercenaries has been contracted for defense of this facility, so maintain an alert status on your approach. I will point out the Black Cobra mercenaries will show up later on, so keep them in mind, as they will be kind of a rival of us in the future. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at our Mech Lab, see if we have any new mechs. I didn't pay too much attention to the salvage of the last mission. So, Black Knight, Bushwhacker, nothing new there. A couple of Cyrus. That's nothing really to write home about. We already had the Uziel. And yeah, honestly, I don't know if we got any salvage in that last mission at all. So, nothing really to do there, unless we want to see about upgrading our, and when I say upgrade, what I mean is arm our Black Knight. Well, the Black Knight is designed to be very energy weapon heavy, as you can see by the vast number of heat sinks it has, and just how many energy weapon slots it has. Now, it does have some Omni slots and a ballistic slot, but for the most part, this is very much an energy weapon-laden mech. I don't remember its exact default loadout, but you gotta believe that it is probably a number of PPCs and other various weapons. Now, as far as its armor goes, it could do with a little bit more armor. We'll go ahead and load that out. I'm probably going to drop the legs a little bit here, just so we have a full 24 tons to work with. And then outside of that, I like large pulse lasers. They're a lot of fun. And with a mech like this, we may actually be able to get away with the massive heat curve. So some pretty extreme firepower here, and heat efficiency is a little bit on the crazy side, and even with some heat sinks here, maybe 3 large pulse lasers is not ideal. Alright, well, I'll remove... Hello? There we go. I'll remove one there, put one there, and what else could we load out this mech with? I mean, honestly, if you do large pulse lasers, the idea with this one is just, you know, the keep it simple principle and just hammer guys with the pulse lasers constantly. Another idea is to, you know, use the Omni slots for maybe some streak SRMs. We could go a ballistic route with this. I'm really unsure of how to load this sucker out. I mean, I like the very energy weapon focused idea, but at least with the inner sphere style large pulse lasers, heat efficiency is kind of a problem. So what I might do is do a standard large laser, which is going to be longer. Well, I was about to say going to be longer range, but not really. And that should be decent firepower, and then we just fill it out with heat sinks. And this is probably going to be AI controlled anyway, but that's decent firepower, I figure. And we're going to want to, of course, paint it white, although it is called the Black Knight. We're going to paint it white. Okay, let's go ahead and save that on up. And we'll make these 2 different weapon groups. That's fine for me. Again, this is probably going to be AI controlled, as I'm going to stick with the Mad Cat. But speaking of the Mad Cat, let's hop into it, because I thought about changing up its armament a little bit. And I think that there might still be call for that. Now, I honestly would love to have those large pulse lasers myself. And as a matter of fact, I'm half tempted to remove the large pulse lasers and give them to me. But what I was thinking about doing is this LBX-10 is 10 tons. And I might be better served with like a rotary auto 5 here. It is 10 tons, same weight. But it's a continuous firing weapon, and for me, I have weapons that, relatively speaking, have long cooldowns. Now, I have been doing cycle fire. I fire one, cycle, fire one, cycle, fire one, and just doing it like that. And for the most part, that's been working. But I kind of like the idea of having a weapon that I can just lay into people, and accuracy isn't as key, because I feel like with this mech, something that is a quicker moving target is kind of hard for me to handle, except for my Streak SRM missiles. The only problem with a rotary cannon that I would see is the fact that the ammo allocation can bite you, because you're just, rapid firing all the time. And as a result, I think you can burn through the ammo pretty quickly. But you know what? I'm going to try this weapon out. It might not be the system we go with in the future, but it weighs exactly the same as my previous weapon, and I don't think I even lost any in firepower. Let's just kind of move back and forth here. So I have this weapon. Okay, firepower is at that line. Let's switch this out and get the rotary autocannon 5. Okay, so maybe a slight reduction in firepower, but I'm going to try it out nonetheless and see what we can do. It does give me a little bit more range as opposed to the LBX 10, which is 450. Also, you have to consider the fact that the way that the LBX autocans work in this game is they act like shotguns. So the closer the range, the better the damage is. Whereas this, it's always going to give you the same damage output. So maybe it makes it a little bit more usable. So let's go ahead and save that on up. And I'm going to keep the weapons allocation more or less the same as it was. So the autocan is going to be weapons group 2. And we'll try to lay into especially lighter mechs with this setup. In any case, let's go ahead and jump right into the mission. And now that we have this set up, I figure remove the Argus and replace it with a Black Knight. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. So let's slot in our Black Knight. Now our speed's going to be a little bit reduced, but I don't think speed is going to be all that important for this mission. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and jump into the mission. And I am going to do a day mission here. Our drop fee is at 417,000. I am kind of curious what the combat rating of our squad is now that we have that armed up. Let's just see if it even says. No, C+, still the same. Okay. I mean, maybe a slight point difference. But all right, let's launch the mission. We've dilly-dallied long enough.
Initial recon of the base spotted a hole in the turret defense grid north of the complex and east of your current position. If you head directly to nav point Alpha, you should get a good approach on the base without triggering their defenses.
Roger, Control. Is Bird Dog still in the area?
Unknown. At least one of the defending mechs has a Beagle active probe and has been on perimeter patrol in their vicinity. Bird Dog went power down and radio silence an hour ago.
Copy. We'll keep an eye out for them. Okay, Spectre Lance, form up on me and give a ready report.
This is Bullseye. Give me a target. This is Rufus. Ready up. Ready up.
Intel reports we're up against Burr's Black Cobras. They're a hodgepodge merc unit with a couple of mixed medium and heavy lances. All reports indicate only their medium assets are in the area, but you never know. Stay sharp.
All right. What I'm doing is I'm just picking at this turret while we can see it.
Destroyed.
All right, we can see the other one, so we might as well keep picking at it with our longer ranged weapons.
Target destroyed.
Okay, good. We got rid of those. Calliope turrets are pretty dangerous, so you don't want to just ignore them. I think we were supposed to go to Alpha. Let's go do that. I'm guessing through this gap here. Okay. I mean, maybe I let them know where I was, but Still fun to shoot at them from a distance when you've got that opportunity. Alright. So, we'll be on Alpha here soon. And then move over to...
Point Alpha reached.
Castle, this is Spectre. I'm at Alpha and have visual on the base.
From Alpha, you should be able to take out their main generator and drop their turret grid. The remaining objective buildings are in the vicinity of Beta and Gamma. You may need to move down into the base to target them all.
Okay, so we're just picking away at the generator to knock down their turrets. This is, I guess, the way to do this mission if you...
Generator is history. Turrets are offline.
Okay. Trying to see if I can see these vehicles coming. Alright, that was a bad shot. So this is going to be kind of similar to the one mission I did where you had to attack base.
Enemy detected. Target destroyed. Enemy detected.
Enemy sighted. Let me at him.
Spectre engaging Black
Enemy
Cobra,
detected.
medium lance.
This is Lieutenant Dunman of the
Target
Black
destroyed.
Cobras. You're outclassed here.
Target
Stand down and
destroyed.
we'll let you leave with your mix.
Ha! We'll leave with our mechs, all right. And yours, strapped to a salvage track.
Target
Commander, we
destroyed.
don't have to take out the Black Cobras on this run. You can take out the buildings and
Target
exit the mission
destroyed.
area.
Roger, Control. I'm aware of the mission parameters.
Nav point Beta reached. Nav point
Let's lay into
Gamma
this bastard.
destroyed.
Ooh. Thought I heard weapon destroyed, but I don't think so. Let's get this bastard. Ah. Lay into him.
Ammunition depleted.
Yeah, see, that's a problem with the rotary cannons, is you go through that ammo really quickly. What an asshole. Die.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Alright, where's the damage coming from? You see, I don't know if I really like the rotary cannon. It's fun, but...
Check your fire!
Well, I'm sorry. They just tracked into him. Not my fault. You're still around? Oh, whiff. Whiff. Alright, that guy's down. Let's go get that last guy. I don't have a good shot at him yet.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's just destroy the factories now. Okay. Gonna miss that autocannon now.
Objective buildings destroyed.
The fuel depot should be close to Gamma. Run a close sweep on the point.
Alright, I know where it is because I've done this mission before. There it is. Have to be...
Castle. Spectre reporting mission successful. Let's get a salvage team in here to pick up mechs and strip those turrets.
Affirmative, sir. Salvage is en route. Kovati is very pleased with the mission report, Commander. The corporate VP wanted me to pass on a message. Quote, "It's nice to see mercenaries who can get the job done."
Alright, so we get a bushwhacker and a chimera. I haven't really utilized the bushwhackers yet. They're solid mechs. I'm not that big of a fan of the chimeras myself. But we get couple ER large lasers. That's nice. Some medium pulse lasers. I always love those. And then a couple LRM-10s and a machine gun. Nah, machine gun. Who cares? But not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and continue here. And we have a little bit of time, so why don't we go ahead and take a look in the Mech Lab at one of these bushwhackers, because I don't know if we're going to be... Well, we've got 2 Arguses, so if we get a Lance and a half on the next mission, then we'll probably be running the Arguses, although I might want to upgrade their armament. I mean, I kind of like the Argus 16, but I'm not as big of a fan of this Argus, the other Argus that we have, because we don't have the same... Oh, no, actually, we should have the same weapons loadout now, shouldn't we? But I might want to redo my Mad Cat as well. So let's start with the Argus. And we'll switch out some systems here. So not exactly sure my exact loadout yet. We're going to be using this. And a ton of ammo. So that should be the same loadout we have in the other Argus. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And let me see if that is indeed the case. So Argus 16. Weapons. Yeah, that looks about the same. So we've got our 2 Arguses set up. But let me take a look at my Mad Cat, because I really don't like this rotary autocannon. I'm not... You know, I didn't have too much of an issue with the autocannon we had before, which was the LBX AC-10, but the Clan version, which is lighter. I'm thinking, okay, let's get rid of this. That's 10 tons right there. I really love the Streak SRMs. They are extremely good at close range. I love them. They're one of the best weapons I could use, in my opinion, to deal with guys that are close in. Okay, so... What about 2 large pulse lasers, and then that's our main firepower, and then we just switch back and forth? Although I really like the long-range punch that we can get with these large lasers at 800. I could go PPCs. They are... I don't know what kind of weight they are, because we have our... We could go to the free market, check that out. That's fine for now. Let me take a look at weapons here. So... That's 700, so a little bit more range for the X-Pulse laser. We'd only have 1, though, and I'd ideally want 2. We've got the Clan ER large pulse lasers, which we don't have any of. Those are range 800, which is the same range... Same range as the X-Pulse? No, wow, 800. That's way better. Oh, heck, these are way better. I'm going to be picking these up. That sounds like an awesome weapon to have. In any case, let's look at the PPCs. So, 7 tons, 6 tons. What about these large pulse lasers? They're 6 tons. So what would be the better call? Nice long range? Well, this isn't much different range than the ER. Yeah, it's the same. Wow, the Clan ER large pulse lasers are pretty fantastic. I think I'm going to be definitely picking up 2 of these. Now, I don't know heatsink-wise whether we'll be able to handle that, but let's go ahead and buy that sucker and see about putting it in our Mad Cat here. So, Mad Cat, and grab our new ER large pulse lasers. ER large pulse laser, there we go. Now, heat's going to be a massive issue, but we have a lot of weight to work with because we removed an autocannon. And I'm just going to go with the keep it simple principle. I have 2 weapon systems, but I think significantly increased firepower as a result. Okay, so I'm going to keep with the enhanced optics, which gives me good long-range ability, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and upgrade the heat sinks as much as we can. See, that's the problem I see with this mech, is even with 17 heat sinks, heat efficiency is really terrible, and I am a little bit concerned with that. I like having our top speed what it is, but dropping it down to 75 does give us a little bit more breathing room, and does allow me to bring up my heat sinks. But even at heat sinks of 20, we're going to have a real hard time with heat. I mean, we've seen in the past with this kind of firepower, can cost as far as heat efficiency. And I'm not sure how good this is going to be, but I'd like to try it out. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to switch the missile systems down. Now, if I really, really want to, what I could do is I could strip out one of the missile systems, if not both of them, and go even more on the heat sinks. And not only that, that will give us more heat efficiency if I remove these. And it's possible that heat efficiency will be okay with these because these are being factored in, the SRMs. Although they don't do that much heat, so I don't know if that's going to be that big of a deal. But in any case, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.